Lunch Club can confirm that the United Kingdom government is set to unveil plan to give each immigrant up to £30,000. Why is the government giving immigrants this money? Is this good value for money? What is your view? That is what we are sharing with you today. Report making it round from our colleagues at the major newspaper in the UK shows that Mahmood, who is the current Home Secretary, she has drawn up this plan, and she said this plan is good value for money. So let's drill into the story that we have for you today. The Telegraph newspaper have been reported that the Home Secretary, she said that report which was out yesterday shows that 1 in every 5 people in the UK is now currently born abroad. The report also shows that between 2021 to 2024, the vast majority of the people, 25% of the population that came that time, they are care workers visa. So this is why the update that we have for you today is linked to this story, because the government is now saying that record numbers of people who are currently living in the UK, they are people who were born overseas. Now, the government is considering introducing this policy because, according to the government, they are saying that they are still finding it difficult to deport a lot of people who are not supposed to be in the UK. And they said part of the strategy that the government have come up with is that immigrants, those that they are not supposed to be in the country, they are going to incentivize them for them to return back to your home country. So as you're watching me now, you're in the UK, would you consider returning back to your home country if you were given the carrot of up to 25,000 to return back to your home country? And do you think that, yes, I would rather take the 30,000 and leave the United Kingdom? Meanwhile, this is what the government is proposing today. They are saying loud and clear that the cost of locking up people that are not supposed to be in the UK, the cost of housing as people, asylum seekers, people that are not supposed to be in the UK, that it costs them more money when they are trying to deport people. That it costs, because they are saying that a lot of people that they are trying to deport, some of these people will go to court, and they will go to court, and the government is providing accommodation, other means for them. They are using services, that the cost of these people staying in the UK, that it will be better for them to do what Denmark is doing by giving you money and telling you, Arius, ciao, you're not wanted again, but just take the money and go and sort yourself out. So the question I'm asking you today is that if you're somebody who is in the UK, you're not supposed to be in the UK, and you were offered £30,000, would you consider the money and move straight away from the UK? Put your comment in the comment section whether you will collect the money and just return back to the UK. And do you think it is good value for taxpayers for £30,000 to be given to people who are living in the UK who are not supposed to live here? That is the question that we are asking today, because the government has set out this plan, and they are saying it loud and clear that this policy is aimed at getting people to return back to their home country voluntarily, because they said that a lot of people are in the UK, and the government is saying that even when they arrest people that are not supposed to be in the UK, when they want to take them back, some of them will jump to court, and the court, they'll get injunction from the judge, and the judge say, no, you cannot deport them back to their country. They have to stay in the country. That the whole process, the time it takes, the amount for legal fees, the amount for the cost of hotel, the expenses, the cost, that look, why not we just give them 20 to 30,000 and let them pack their bags and return back to their home country. So, would you consider, if you were offered £30,000 and asked to carry your bag, return back to your home country, do not come back again, would you take the money and just move out of the UK? And do you think that that is a good value? Because the government is now saying it very, very clear. And this report that was released yesterday, it has caused shock, because they are now saying that 1 in every 5 people currently residing in the UK, they come from abroad. And 25% of them are people that move in from 2021 till 2024. That is the government. And Shabana Mahmood said she sent her team to Denmark, and they studied this approach, and they've realized that this approach, it will actually make people to change their behavior, want to return back to their country, knowing full well that if I take the 30,000, I might go back to Nigeria or somewhere, use it to start a business, and my life might be better off, knowing full well I'm living in my country, living close to my family, the weather is nice, and I'm not worried about anything. So would you accept if somebody knock on your door tomorrow and offer you 30,000, 30K, and say to you, William, John, Patrick, take 30,000 and return back to your home country, would you take the money and leave the UK? Do you think that, no, I would rather stay in the UK because I have hope that if I stay in the UK, at least it will be better for me in the future? Shabana Mahmood, her name is everywhere. Even people like Tommy Robinson, the people on the right of British politics, she is now the darling of the right-wing press and those on the right of British politics. They are saying, yes, a star is born, and her name is Shabana Mahmood. And she has the courage to do what a lot of Labour politicians have not been able to do it. Meanwhile, there is disquiet among the Asian community. Wow! Is this really happening? Is Shabana Mahmood, is she really doing all these things? People cannot believe. And a lot of people are saying that a lot of the things that Shabana Mahmood is now doing, which is taking immigrants up to 30 years to get settlement in the UK. Those on the care workers visas, it will take them 15 years if they do not claim benefit. And she did not make any changes at all to say that the people should be able to switch their employers. They'll stay with one employer, and she is aware that a lot of employers are reaping the people that came on the care workers, knowing full well that they do not have the option to switch. So she's introduced all these changes, and people still have to be tied to one employer like slaves for 15 years. And they still have to pay NHS subcharges every 2.5 years. Some people say they cannot believe that if Shabana Mahmood was a white British, that people would have been calling her a racist. Put your comment in the comment section whether you think that a lot of the things that she is doing today, if a white British politician was doing it, whether the person would not be called a racist. Let me know what your views are. Would you collect 30,000 and leave the UK straight away? Do you think it's a good value for money? A lot of changes are happening. Tomorrow, I am going to drop another update. This update, we just received it today. And this one, it's going to be big because a lot of things are happening in the UK. There is no substitute to information. It is the people that have access to information that will win. Don't forget to share with anyone and support what we are trying to do by giving this video a like, share with others. The update that we have for you today is that, as you can see, the government is considering paying up to 30,000 for you to leave the UK And when you collect the money, never you come back again. That is the plan. So I'm asking again, is this good value for money? Would you take 30,000 and return and never come back? That is the question. Let me know what your views are. Drop your comment in the comment section. Give this a like.